I love Henchman Story. Henchman Story is such a refreshing experience, from the beginning of the game to the end. And we usually don't see the superhero genre tackled in this form of a visual novel. I commend Henchman Story for that. The only other thing close to it are the Batman and Wolf Among Us games from Telltale. But the only difference being that those are both established IPs from DC Comics. Henchman Story was developed by Silken Sail Entertainment. Silken Sail was founded by Mark Solskin, who was a writer on The Outer Worlds, and he even won a Nebula Award for the game in 2019. In Henchman Story, his writing shows. One of the many positives of the game are the characters introduced in Henchman Story. Henchman Story has a great cast of characters who are all colorful and brought to life by its tremendous voice acting. Now, the whole voice cast to stand out for me was Inez Quinones as Kate. And she delivers when it comes to the emotional beats within the game. I believe almost all the dialogue is voiced too. Only thing that isn't voiced is the eternal monologuing from our main character Stan, who we play in the game. Which for one I think is an incredible feat for a game of this size, to just have thoughts not be voice acted. Speaking of incredible, we need to talk about the art done by Simon Adventure and Winsbuck respectfully. Henchman Story has tons of different choices and outcomes. Your choices do matter. Even with this game being a satire / a parody of the superhero genre, it can still have its serious moments. The game has a total of 11 different endings, with my personal favorite being Secret Agent Stan. Now, one of the few negatives I can say about the game is that there are very few locations, which is most likely due to the game's runtime. Henchman Story is a fairly short game, taking only about 4 or so hours to complete, and that's me taking my time. The replay value of Henchman Story comes from hunting down all the 11 different endings within the game. And now that's me being nitpicky, because I'm not here to disregard anyone's hard work. The developer Silken Sail Entertainment did a hell of a job, and honestly I didn't want the game to end. Henchman Story reminds me of that time when I played Freedom Force for the first time, that feeling I had. Freedom Force is a turn-based superhero game that was developed by Take-Two Interactive in 2002. And Freedom Force, like Henchman Story, was developed using unknown characters and it had no pre-made lore to fall back on, or world building. It was its own thing within this vast superhero genre. Freedom Force and Henchman Story are both similar games in the sense that they don't come from juggernauts like Marvel or DC. And within the dry spell of AAA superhero games, we need more indie games to fill the void. Or sometimes heal sour experiences. I hope Henchman Story is the start of something grand, honestly, truthfully. Hopefully it can open the floodgates for more independent superhero stories told in this medium of a visual novel, the same way Spawn was for Image Comics. And I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds for Silken Sail Entertainment. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you again in another video.